Hi, I'm Tom George from A Precise Home Inspection. In today's video, I am going to talk with you about automatic garage door openers and garage doors. The garage door is typically the heaviest moving part of the home. There's an organization that's called DASMA, and DASMA creates standards for the manufacturers of garage doors and garage door openers. Those standards are approved by ANSI. They create these standards not only to regulate those manufacturers, but also to regulate any contractors who are installing garage doors and garage door openers, and they have a really helpful checklist that they've made for consumers and for home inspectors to inspect garage doors and their garage door openers. On DASMA's website, there's a tab that's called Technical Data Sheets. If you click on that tab, then you want to click Commercial and Residential. There you're going to see a number of different technical data sheets, and they have them for all sorts of garage doors. We want technical data sheet number 167. That's the one that's going to be for sectional garage doors. In Colorado Springs, Colorado, where I am, that is what we see 99.9% of the time. If you have a roll-up garage door or some other type of garage door, they probably have one for you, but we're going to focus on technical data sheet number 167. That is basically a step-by-step checklist of how to check the garage door and the garage door opener for safety and function. So here at A Precise Home Inspection, this is the exact process that we use during our home inspections when we're testing garage doors and garage door openers. I'm not going to go through the whole TDS because there is a lot of information, but I am going to touch on a couple steps. The first one is going to be the photoelectric sensor reversal test. That's basically where you have these two photoelectric eyes. They shine an invisible beam across the doorway, and if that beam is broken as the door is coming down, the door will automatically stop and go all the way back up. So it's very simple to test it. You simply start with the door open. You can push the garage door opener like a clicker that would go on the visor in your car, or if you have a wall control, you push that button. As the door is coming down, you wave something in front of those photoelectric sensors to break that beam, and the door should stop and automatically go all the way back up. The other thing that we check with photoelectric sensors is that we make sure that they're no more than 6 inches from the garage floor. In order for them to function and to be able to prevent somebody from laying under the garage door or something like that, they need to be no more than 6 inches from that garage floor. The next step in the TDS checklist is going to be testing the contact reversal, and this is where it gets a little interesting. So I always see home inspectors debate on this, like in Facebook groups and online forums and that sort of thing, where they debate on whether or not this step in the process should even be done. There is a federal law that says that automatic garage door openers that were manufactured after January 1st, 1991, they have to have this safety feature. There were a lot of fatal accidents in the 80s and in 1990 related to children and automatic garage door openers, so it is a law. And the reason that home inspectors don't want to do this test is that it can damage the garage door, and we'll get into that in a minute. It's a simple test though. All you do is you start with the garage door fully open, you press the button and have the automatic garage door opener start bringing the garage door down, and then you want to place an 1.5 inch thick solid object in the center of the door, in the doorway, so that the garage door will come down and make contact with it. And we use a scrap piece of 2x4, just like this one here. These work really well. These are an 1.5 inch thick, so you can use a 2x4, 2x6, really any 2x lumber. But the garage door, if the contact reversal is working, the garage door will simply come down, make contact with the piece of wood, and then automatically reverse and go all the way back up. If it does not work, typically what will happen is the garage door will come down, it will make contact with the piece of wood, and it'll just stop, which is pinning the wood to the floor. I have seen where garage doors became damaged while doing this test. If that test fails, it's possible that you could get a dent in one of the panels. I've seen the rail that goes from the automatic opener to the top panel. I've seen that rail fall off. So there is of course some risk with doing this test. The manufacturers of most garage door openers actually do recommend doing this test once a month as the homeowner. I know some home inspectors will do the test, but they will actually not use a block of wood or any solid object. They will simply put their hands out, and as that garage door is coming down, they'll hold their hands up and they will push on the bottom of the garage door, putting some resistance on it, and maybe the garage door will go back up. We used to use that test method because we wanted to avoid damage to the door, but I did find over time that it's just not an accurate test because you don't know if you're putting enough pressure on the bottom of the door, you don't know if you put too much. So here at A Precise Home Inspection, we have gone to the DASMA method of using the 1.5" solid object, which is a 2x4. So if your garage door does fail the contact reversal test, it is typically a very easy fix. On the side of the automatic garage door opener, you have these two little knobs. Typically they're gonna have like a plus and minus knob, and that is how you adjust the sensitivity. You also have a data plate on there. Every garage door opener is gonna have a data plate. It'll have like the manufacturer date, but it'll also have the model number. So you can always Google the model number, find the step-by-step directions on how to adjust that sensitivity by just turning those plus and minus knobs. In my years as a home inspector, I have seen brand new homes, I've seen existing homes, but with brand new garage door openers where they failed this test. Now, you would think that an installer would install the automatic opener, the garage door, and then they would go through a similar checklist like the TDS number 167. But that hasn't been the case from what I've seen. I would love to say that after a garage door opener was done, they would do the contact reversal test, and then they would get up there and adjust those sensitivity knobs accordingly until it would pass that test, but that's just not the case, unfortunately. We see them all the time where they're brand new and they're failing these tests. So that's it for today's video. That's how we test the contact reversal and the photoelectric sensors on garage door openers. If you like what you saw, please give this video a like and consider subscribing, and we will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.